What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes, and I'm here standing in front of the 2022 Audi S3, and we're gonna do a quick walk around for this video. So let's take a quick look. Audi S3, this is faster than the Audi A3. Not as fast as the RS3, but still, this is pretty powerful. This thing has a 2-liter turbocharged engine, making 306 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Now that's more powerful than the A3. The A3 only makes 201 horsepower, so this is more exciting to drive. But let's take a look at what are some of the features that you could get with the Audi S3. First of all, you've got the beefier brakes. Check out these brakes. Cross-drilled and slotted, vented, and we've got the S Sport package, so it gets you the red brake calipers. And these are 19-inch wheels, and with some Bridgestone Potenza S005. So these are pretty good summer tires, non-run flats. The other benefit of this one too is that this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. And if you look at the back, more red calipers. The brakes here are only 12 inches, but still plenty of stopping power for this little sports sedan. And let's move around the back. It looks pretty fantastic back here. You've got the dual, or actually quad exhaust. This has the black package, so your exhaust tips are all blacked out. Your trim and your window caps are also blacked out, and your roof is blacked out as well. So back here, you can tell this is the S3 because you've got that modest lip spoiler over there, and you've got the quad exhaust. This one is finished in the Tango Red metallic color. And if you look at the side skirts, you see the blacked out section. It looks more aggressive. That's the outside of the A3, or that's the outside of the S3, pardon me. Let's jump inside because it looks beautiful in here. Look at that. Look at this leather. This is real leather. I love the diamond stitching on here, the contrast stitching. And you can also tell this is an S3 because of the S quilted on there. Check out the fully digital instrument cluster and also the 10-inch infotainment display. Let's jump inside. So here you've got the S badging right there. Awesome steering wheel. I love these slim spokes. And over here you've got a nub of a shifter. So to put it into drive, all you have to do is just pull hard and it goes directly into drive, or push forward, it goes into reverse. Also push the park button over there. Over here you've got the 10-inch display. This is the Audi multimedia system. Looks pretty good. This also has wireless Apple CarPlay, which is just something I love. Also wireless Android Auto. And here you can see the Quattro badge on there. This is an all-wheel drive vehicle. And the one thing I don't like so much about this car is that there's no volume knob in here, but you do get this touch sensitive dial. And what you have to do is basically have to spin around to increase volume or go the other way to lower the volume. There's also a volume dial over here, so on and so forth. Paddle shifters. This has a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. It shifts so crisply and smoothly, very quickly too. And looking ahead, see if you can focus there. That's the fully digital instrument cluster. And you could change the views on here. You could show the fuel level, the consumption, 15 miles per gallon. That's not so great. That is just driving here. So, but long-term memory, 26.6 miles per gallon. That's not too bad. And right dead center, you have the tach. Yeah. And then over here, you've got the headlight switches. And here's your HVAC controls. You do have heated seats on here. No ventilated seats, unfortunately. You've got your drive select button. So when you press drive select, you have 4 different modes. You have comfort, which means that the suspension is going to be at the softest setting. Auto means that it's going to change automatically depending on your driving situations. And you have dynamic, which is basically the sportiest version. So you could see the racetrack curbing right there. Or you can modify it individually by changing the drive settings. You could switch between balance and sport. Suspension. So this has adjustable dampers. You could go between comfortable setting, balanced, or sport. So with sport setting, it firms it up more. And yes, car is very dusty inside, unfortunately. And then you could also change the engine sounds. But back to the suspension, you can make it as soft as you want or as stiff as you want. So pretty cool, cool benefit there. Because if you're going around the twisties, you want that as stiff as possible. But when you're just commuting and the roads are a little bit rough, just switch that back to comfortable. And then you could change the engine sound to between quiet and get this, it doesn't say loud or sporty, it says present. Anyway, those are the drive select modes in here. But yeah, that's the back seat. Back seat, it's pretty tiny. So this is a very small sports sedan. This is probably the second smallest Audi you could buy right now, aside from the TTRS or the TT. But yeah, so the benefit, I mean, the downside is that the leg room, it's actually not too bad, but if you have passengers that are 6 feet tall, you may have to strategically place them somewhere where, you know, they're going to be most comfortable. And if we look up, we've got the sunroof over here. Not a panoramic one. But yeah, so that's the 2022 Audi S3. I'm currently going to film a YouTube review on this, and I'm going to do that right now. I see some questions on there. Michael says, it is the least important thing, I think. What a nice car. Yeah, that's true. If you're talking about the space, yeah, I don't really care about the space so much. The performance is what I care a lot more. And this thing is so much fun to drive because this thing has a 2-liter turbocharged engine. It's making 306 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. So it's making more compared to the previous S3 that was available. I think it's making 18 more horsepower and 15 pound-feet of torque more. And also the 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, this shifts so quickly. And I just freaking love that. But yeah, it's all-wheel drive, lots of traction, and it's got really great summer tires as well. So with that said, let's end it right there. I'm gonna go film this for our YouTube channel now. So if you want to see that, make sure you head on over to our YouTube channel called Shifting Lanes and check out our reviews right there. With that said, let's wrap it up. I'll see you next time.